So I think we're kind of wrapping up here, so I want to thank all of you again so much for taking the time to sit with me today. I definitely felt a lot less nervous talking to all of you and hearing your stories too, and hearing your experiences. And the one thing I think I'd like to end on is there's definitely a good chance that there's going to be some trans kids and trans families watching this, and a lot of them I think might not be at such a place where all of you are, where you're comfortable with yourselves, you've arrived at a good spot, you know your things are well with your families and things like that. And that, whether that was an experience you had personally or not, can be a really scary place to be in. So if there's one thing, and I'll let whoever has something kind of go first. If there's like a piece of advice you could give to someone who might be watching right now and feeling alone or scared, or like maybe they haven't told their family, whatever the case may be, alone and scared and a little, not really sure of what comes next. Is there a piece of advice you could give to someone that might make them feel like a little bit of comfort, apart from already hearing you all talk about yourselves?
Probably to not be afraid to be yourself, and just that you are you and you don't have to hide that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you feel like you have to, then I don't know. I totally just like.
Well, if you feel like you have
I don't know how
to,
to finish
then obviously it might be time to surround yourself with some people that you don't feel like you need to hide yourself around. I think that's kind of that's something that we were all talking about, whether it's friends and people that you associate with. And I think kind of what goes along with that is speaking up and making your voice heard of this is who I am, and telling people until they really listen. So I like that. Thank you.
Speaking up is a very big part of
piece of it.
Yeah, you have to really you have to work up the nerve to actually get to someone and tell them that.
Sure.
Because not everybody's always going to be supportive, but
right.
I mean, just.
Well, like you said at the beginning, it kind of weeds out the people that you don't want in your life when the people aren't supportive. I mean, I can't imagine having someone in my life who would judge anyone for anything. I don't want those people in my life. If they're going to meet anyone, whether it's being trans or anything, if you're the type of person that is going to hear a fact about someone and just decide that you don't want anything to do with them, that's not who I'm hanging out with. I don't want, nope. Pass, next. So no, I like that, thank you. And Mace, do you have any words of refined wisdom? Yes.
I have to say, because it took so long for me,
sure,
I'd say you have to know there's not one way to be anything, and that it's really everyone's own process and everyone's own way to figure out who they are and figure out their lives. And there will always be people, and you will find people who will love you no matter what.
Yep.
So even if you may lose some people on the way, those are the people who you shouldn't worry about, and you should just focus on making the most out of your life.
I love it. Where were all of you when I was, sitting here going, what's going on? This would have made a huge difference for me, and I hope that again kind of brings it home that there's probably someone who's going to see this, whether they're an adult or a kid or trans or not, that's going to, I think, look at this and just be like, that was awesome, and now they know a little bit more. So thank you so much. It's such a big deal to me and to so many people that you came and took the time to talk with me this morning.